The NFL offseason is over. We now have a firm idea as to what all 32 offensive groups will look like as Week 1 draws closer.
While I like Cleveland, they're my pick in that division slightly over Baltimore. But I would like to exchange them in this tier for Tennessee.
New year, new rankings. So here is how all 32 NFL offenses stack up against each other. Number 32, Detroit Lions. Losing Matthew Stafford, Kenny Golladay, and Marvin Jones was necessary given Detroit's plan for a long-term rebuild. But replacing Stafford with Jared Goff on top of failing to add more stud receivers means offensive regression in the short term. Even if Goff plays well, he simply doesn't have the playmakers outside of DeAndre Swift and TJ Hawkinson. Number 31, Houston Texans. We're fully going off the assumption that Deshaun Watson never plays again for Houston. He helped mask many of this team's issues for a while now, like their terrible O-line, their lackluster ground game, and their underwhelming set of receivers, which doesn't even include Will Fuller anymore. Tyrod Taylor and Davis Mills are gonna have their work cut out for them. Number 30, New York Jets. Zach Wilson has a high ceiling. Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker could be franchise cornerstones on the O-line. Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Denzel Mims, Michael Carter, and Jamison Crowder lead a deep skilled position group. But you have to expect some growing pains. Wilson, Moore, Carter, and Vera Tucker are all rookies. It's going to take some time for everything to come together. Number 29. Chicago Bears. Not sure how much Andy Dalton has left as a starter, or how NFL-ready Justin Fields will be. The question mark at quarterback prompted us to place the Bears lower on the list. At least they have a stud wide receiver in Allen Robinson and a Pro Bowl caliber running back in David Montgomery. Those two alone will keep the Bears' offense somewhat functional. Number 28, Denver Broncos. This is a loaded skill position group with Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler, Noah Fant, and Melvin Gordon. The O-line is good enough. It's just, will Drew Lock actually prove that he's a capable starter? And if he can't, then Teddy Bridgewater will get his opportunity. But let's face it, he's really not much of an upgrade. Number 27, Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars had the third worst scoring offense last season, but Trevor Lawrence alone will change that. Who knows how Urban Meyer's transition to the NFL will play out, but Lawrence, Travis Etienne, DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault Jr., and James Robinson give this group enough firepower up front to at least be watchable. Number 26, Washington Football Team. We don't think Ryan Fitzpatrick, Taylor Heineke, or Kyle Allen are capable long-term starters, but Washington at least has a few quality pieces on offense to make up for their unimpressive quarterback room. Terry McLaurin is growing into a superstar. Curtis Samuel, who had over 1,000 yards of offense last season, was a savvy free agent pickup, and both tight end Logan Thomas and running back Antonio Gibson are popular breakout candidates. Number 25, New York Giants. Even if Daniel Jones doesn't take that next step, he still has a healthy Saquon Barkley to feed the ball to, and this pass-catching group is absolutely stacked. Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, Kadarius Toney, Kyle Rudolph, and Evan Ingram? Surely the Giants' offense will go from awful to at least mediocre in 2021. Number 24, Philadelphia Eagles. There's no way this unit allows 65 sacks again in 2021. Not with Brandon Brooks returning after missing all of last season. And Jalen Hurts will be an upgrade over the 2020 version of Carson Wentz. The addition of Alabama wideout Devonta Smith will take this offense to new heights, but it could take some time. Number 23, Carolina Panthers. 4 Carolina players put up over 1,000 yards of offense in 2020, and that doesn't include Christian McCaffrey, who missed all but 3 games. Mike Davis and Curtis Samuel are gone, but Run CMC and rookie Terrace Marshall Jr. will more than offset those losses. Also, Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore are one of the game's most dynamic receiving duos. The only question here is if Matt Rule can actually save Sam Darnold's career. Number 22, Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa underperformed in his rookie year, but you can attribute that to a lackluster supporting cast that required massive upgrades. Well, tell you what, signing Will Fuller V and drafting Jalen Waddle to complement Devontae Parker is one way of fixing that unit. This could be the best receiving trio in the NFL, if all goes according to plan. Number 21, Pittsburgh Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger is well past his prime. Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey, 3/5 of their stout offensive line, are gone. Sure, they added can't-miss running back prospect Najee Harris in the draft, but he's gonna need someone blocking for him. And even if the Steelers have a deep set of receivers, Big Ben is extremely limited at this stage of his career. Number 20, Cincinnati Bengals. We would love to have the Bengals higher on this list. It's too bad they just have one of the league's worst offensive lines, and that little was done to upgrade it. Sure, Joe Burrow can take his game to a Pro Bowl level. With Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, and T. Higgins as his top weapons, why not? If the Bengals O-line can hold up, this unit will have top 10 potential. Number 19, San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance. Take your pick as to who will finish the season as the Niners starter. Regardless of their quarterback play, the 49ers have tremendous depth across the board here. Their rushing attack will be the bread and butter as usual. A healthy George Kittle will make all the difference. Brandon Ayuk is also a strong breakout candidate. Not sure if the 49ers offense will be elite in 2021, but it will be a more than serviceable unit to complement a championship caliber defense. Number 18. Las Vegas Raiders. We remain confused over the Raiders' decision to trade away 3 stud veteran linemen in Gabe Jackson, Trent Brown, and Rodney Hudson, before reaching big time for Alex Leatherwood at number 17 overall. On the bright side, Derek Carr is still an above-average starter. Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, and Henry Ruggs give him a trio of explosive playmakers to work around. Despite the drastic changes to the O-line, the league's 10th best scoring offense from a year ago won't regress too much, as long as Carr and company continue to do their thing. Number 17, New England Patriots. This is the toughest group to predict. Will Cam Newton bounce back in year 2 with the Patriots? If not, is rookie Mac Jones ready for the NFL? The Pats went on a giant offseason spending spree, adding Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, Kendrick Bourne, and Nelson Agholor to upgrade the pass-catching department. James White, Sony Michel, and Damian Harris front a deep backfield. Oh, and Bill Belichick brought back old friend Trent Brown to further strengthen an already stout offensive line. If Newton or Jones can just be decent, this offense should be a lot better. Number 16. Atlanta Falcons. Yes, they traded Julio Jones, and the rushing game is a giant question mark. But Matt Ryan is still a very effective quarterback. Calvin Ridley has all the makings of becoming a top 5 wideout. And, oh, the Falcons only added generational tight end prospect Kyle Pitts in the draft. Number 15, Minnesota Vikings. Lost in the disappointing 2020 season was the fact that many piled up the 4th most yardage and the 11th best scoring offense last season. So why can't they be better in 2021? Kirk Cousins may be overpaid, but the guy can still play. Dalvin Cook will compete for the rushing title. Adam Thielen is always a threat when healthy, and Justin Jefferson is coming off the best rookie season for a wide receiver in NFL history. The addition of rookie Christian Darrisaw to an already decent O-line should only make this offense even more prolific in 2021. Number 14, Arizona Cardinals. Arizona acquired Pro Bowl center Rodney Hudson to bolster the pass protection for Kyler Murray. Perfect. And even if A.J. Green is past his prime, he's at worst a solid wide receiver 3 behind DeAndre Hopkins and Christian Kirk. Yes, Arizona's high-flying offense regressed late last season, but Murray is a budding star, and Hopkins has made his case as the NFL's best receiver. Don't be surprised if this unit is top 10 in most key categories by season's end. Number 13, Indianapolis Colts. Can Carson Wentz regain his star-like form under head coach Frank Reich? Remember, the latter was the Eagles' OC when Wentz played his best football in 2017. One thing is for sure, Wentz cannot be as bad as he was last year. He's playing behind arguably the NFL's best offensive line. And speaking of that O-line, the unit helped Jonathan Taylor grow into one of the NFL's best all-around backs in his rookie year. He and Marlon Mack form a tremendous backfield duo. Wentz won't have a shortage of pass catchers either. Michael Pittman Jr., T.Y. Hilton, Paris Campbell, and Zach Pascal form a deep receiving group. Wentz has all the tools he needs to be a superstar again. Number 12, New Orleans Saints. Sean Payton's group is usually among the best in every major offensive category, but Drew Brees' retirement leaves a massive hole in this offense. Is Jameis Winston really the guy? The Saints also had to cut key contributors in Emmanuel Sanders and Jared Cook, but their O-line is as good as ever, and Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara are 2 of the game's most explosive offensive playmakers. So in other words, this unit should be just fine. even if Winston or Taysom Hill aren't able to replace Bree's production. Number 11, Baltimore Ravens. 2019 MVP Lamar Jackson predictably regressed, but the Ravens still had the best rushing game for the second straight year in 2020, as well as the number 7 scoring offense. The weak link, of course, was the receiver position. Well, they signed veteran speedster Sammy Watkins and drafted Minnesota product Rashad Bateman. Those two, along with Marquise Brown and stud tight end Mark Andrews, give Jackson plenty to work with. Number 10, Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert had the best rookie QB season ever. We cannot wait to see what's in store for year 2. He should be even better, given the additions of Corey Linsley and Rashawn Slater to beef up the O-line. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Eckler round out a very strong skill position group too. Number 9, Cleveland Browns. The Browns only have the NFL's best offensive line and the game's best running back duo. No wonder they won 11 games and ended an 18-year playoff drought last year. We still don't know what Baker Mayfield's ceiling is, but at worst, he's a solid game manager on a super efficient and well-coached offense. Nobody could really stop the Browns' run game last season. Expect more of the same in 2021. Number 8, Tennessee Titans. The Titans had the 3rd-ranked offense and the 4th best scoring unit in 2020. They could be even better in 2021. Derrick Henry, now part of the 2,000-yard club, will look for his 3rd straight rushing title. The Ryan Tannehill, A.J. Brown-led passing game got another major boost with the Julio Jones acquisition. That will certainly help offset the losses of Corey Davis and Jonnu Smith. Number 7, Seattle Seahawks. Hey look! The Seahawks let Russ cook and their offense reached a whole new level! Who'd have thought? Wilson just gets better every year. DK Metcalf now belongs in the conversation as the game's top wideout. He and Tyler Lockett are a handful for any secondary to deal with. And now they added rookie Dwayne Eskridge, who should make several big plays with Wilson feeding him the ball. Number 6, Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott averaged 371.2 passing yards per game before he suffered a brutal season-ending ankle injury in Week 5. A healthy Prescott makes all the difference in Dallas. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and Amari Cooper are probably the NFL's best receiving trio. Ezekiel Elliott should bounce back after a rough 2020 campaign. If not, Tony Pollard will happily take over the starting role. He's certainly proven that he's capable. Number 5, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs offense was up and down during the regular season, then practically unstoppable in the postseason. It culminated with a Super Bowl 55 championship at Raymond James Stadium. This is the deepest group of pass catchers in the NFL, no doubt. With Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, and the GOAT, it's still pretty darn elite. Number 4, Green Bay Packers. For now, the reigning MVP remains a Packer. He, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams can easily mask any other flaw on this football team, as they've proven over the past few years. Number 3, Los Angeles Rams. All the Rams needed was an upgrade at quarterback to become the favorites in the NFC. Replacing Jared Goff with Matthew Stafford will do just that. Goff got this team back to the Super Bowl back in the 2018 season. Stafford is the superior quarterback. And now you're placing him in Sean McVay's offense? The sky is the absolute limit for this group. Number 2, Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen broke out big time and played like an MVP candidate throughout the year. He led the Bills to a division title and to their first AFC championship game in 27 years. Allen clicked immediately with Stephon Diggs, who entered superstar mode last year. Free agent pickup Emmanuel Sanders now gives Allen another crafty route runner to work with. And Gabriel Davis should build off a stellar rookie year. Devin Singletary and Zach Moss need to improve. But other than that, there are no serious flaws on this Buffalo unit whatsoever. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. Ignore the Super Bowl blowout. Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the NFL. Travis Kelce is the NFL's best tight end. Tyreek Hill is a top 5 receiver. Clyde Edwards-Helaire put up over 1,000 yards of offense as a rookie and will be even more productive in 2021. Oh, and remember that awful offensive line that cost the team a Super Bowl? The Chiefs front office fixed that with the additions of Orlando Brown, Kyle Long, and Joe Thuney. Now that the O-line is fixed, good luck stopping them NFL defenses. But hey, who do you think has the NFL's best offense heading into 2021? Join us in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.